What's going on to you, Pisces? You have the Four of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and then you, Pisces, also have the Seven of Cups. So sevens are all over the place, right? So sevens are like protection, or kind of, yeah, sevens are pretty much protection. So the Four of Cups here represents like basically the kind of protection that you, Pisces, now have with you. You now understand that, like I said before, like I've been talking about before, that people lie. You understand that people will literally, again, yo, there's so much things I want to tell you I can't say on YouTube. People will lie. It sounds good to where everybody says that they want a good relationship. To them, a good relationship is a dysfunctional relationship to some people. They are dysfunctional. So you, Pisces, are aware, or you should be aware, that half of the time when people say that they want a good relationship, they don't actually really mean a functional relationship. They mean one that is full of stupidity, dysfunction, arguing, bickering, trolling, going back and forth, stupid competition and jealousy and envy, that type of stuff. The weird, abnormal type of interactions. To them, that's what they think is valuable. So you just making sure. So for you, Sagittarius, for you, Pisces, right? You're in a place. That's my dog. I would get her the medications this upcoming month here. Hey, she'll be all right. I'm gonna get her the medications this month coming. Anyway, so the situation for you, Sagittarius, come. Situation for you, Pisces, right, is that what you, Pisces, have got going on is you're gonna have some individuals pretty much that you will come across, and you, Pisces, will very much so know if they're being honest or if they're being fake with you, because you, Pisces, are understanding from experience that not everybody that says that they want a good relationship actually really means good in that sense, functional. You got a lot of people out here who are dysfunctional, and they're weird, they're abnormal, and they know that them saying that that's the kind of relationship that they want, they know that if they talk straight, right, direct, they know that people will look at them sideways and they would be seen and found out as being weird. Dysfunctional, abnormal people do not want the jig to be up. They do not want their cover to be blown. They are covert. They want to remain in the shadows. They want things to be obscure as possible. So they want to look normal. When you have functional people interacting with dysfunctional people, right? Short yellow bus ones, right? Interacting with people who are healthy, right? Healthy enough. This is what it is that you have. You have this gumbo. So a lot of you, Pisces, are understanding that. And so this is why it is that you have the Page of Swords, right? So you understand how deep the rabbit hole can go. You, Pisces, understand that things can get really messy really quickly. A person can be very dysfunctional, play games, do this, do that. And so you are understanding that just because a person says that they want a functional relationship does not mean that you will actually have one with them, because you have to really see what they mean when they say good relationship. So you have the Eight of Pentacles here, which represents, but if you understand, see, as the thing, like, if you, Pisces, also understand that when you find out what their idea of good relationship is, you, Pisces, also understand that it's time for you to leave, because now you have a better understanding of what a good relationship to people actually is. You understand from personal experience that not everybody, like I finished saying, that says that they want a good relationship actually means good. And so the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Cups for you, Pisces, all about how, and I do this to poke fun. I do this to make fun of the notion because I'm laughing at people. I'm not even gonna lie, because of how dysfunctional it is and how stupid they look and how stupid they sound, and they really think the games work. So I'm kind of laughing at them when I do stuff like that. I'm kind of like poking fun, right? I'm being satirical. And so the thing is that the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Cups here for you, Pisces, right? The Ten of Swords speaks to how, because what's going to happen is you Pisces, the ones of you who are lions / lionesses, trying to be functional, trying to be in an actual good relationship. You notice how I didn't do the quotations? It just seems like you always get the knife in your back, proverbially speaking, right? And it's lame to experience that. It's really lame. Because why is it that you're being thoughtful and you're trying to do something upright and decent for real, you get chastised for it, right? It seems like other people they have whatever it is that they've got going on, or they wild out on you, or they just don't know how to move with you, and they're out of order, like a vending machine, or I don't know, like a machine or something like that. And so the thing about it is that the Nine of Cups represents the Nine of Cups and the Page of Wands. You're too good. You Pisces are too good. The Nine of Cups, because they know that you can get other individuals too, right? Page of Wands. There's no such thing as a person who can't get. You know what I mean? That doesn't exist. Unless they've put themselves in that category. There's not a lot of that's just the reality of the situation. Like, there's not a lot of, like, the people that a lot of people will play and especially on the internet, and act like, oh, this person isn't getting any. That's not true. That is factually incorrect. Because do you know how many people I've known who are dorks, or have seen who are dorks, and they get plenty of tail? Myself included. People make all kind of stupid misconceptions about me that aren't even true. You know what I mean? Oh, you don't get this. Why? Because you think I'm too nice? Right? The only people who think I'm being too, again, like, I have a whole reputation. Like, the only people who think I'm being too nice are goofballs. Right? You trying to be like, they're off their rocker. You want me to be like that. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't want that. No, you don't. Listen. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's all I'm going to keep saying. No, you don't. So, me being nice, take that. Because no, I promise you, no, you don't. You don't want that. No, you don't. So, the thing about it is that the Nine of what was I saying? So the Nine of Cups here and the Page of Wands represents, for you Pisces, you're going to move forward, okay? Because you have enough confidence, for you Pisces, to understand that not only can you move forward emotionally and physically and everything, and in the mind, but also this is not your first rodeo. You can pull, right? You can get people to be into you. Then you have the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles and the King of Swords here for you represents how you Pisces are in a situation where you're on the up and up. See, another thing that puts a lot of people, this is what I'm talking about too. Another thing that puts a lot of people in a position of doing better or doing well is staying away from goofballs. That hyena activity, that dysfunctional hyena Gilligan activity, that goofy activity, shout outs to it's Milk TV, but that Gilligan activity, that goofy activity puts people in a position where you can't start a business, you can't run a business, you can't scale your business, you can't have millions, you can't grow. You got to do dubious things in order to keep growing. When you have a goofball standing next to you, it places a lot of things in the way, that a lot more things in the way than what is naturally occurring. So in other words, it makes it harder when you have a goofball next to you. You Pisces don't have any weirdos next to you, so that's why you're on the up and up. This is the reason why it is that one of the first things that people talk about is the money when they get away from a person who's parasitic. They go, yo, my money went up. That's wow, my money went up. They don't understand. They may not understand this, but not only does their money go up, they feel better, and they're in a better mindset than when they were hanging out with a goofball. They can focus. That's part of why their money goes up. They can focus when they're, and that's what makes their money go up, because they can focus on what they need to do, that job, the this, the that, whatever it is, that brings them legal money, of course. And then they go and they do it, and then they're like, wow, saving, bills, entertainment, saving, bills, which includes food, entertainment, saving, same thing, blah, blah, blah. So let's clarify the King of Swords. Right. So to clarify, you have the Strength card. You Pisces also have the Three of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, Three of Cups, and then you Pisces have the Four of Wands to clarify the King of Swords. So once again, like these three cards to clarify the King of Swords represent you, it's well thought out. You Pisces have a plan. You Pisces know to not get into this again. You'll date, but when you see people start doing this dysfunction, stay away from them. And again, you can tell because it starts off slowly. It starts off very slowly. It's a thing where it starts to like seep in. You start to see everything is cool. You start to see dysfunctions. You start to be like, okay, this person is getting on very dysfunctionally. What is going on with this person? Just dysfunctional. And so Three of Cups and the Four of Wands here for you represent how so you just know, like when you start to see little things start to not make sense, you Pisces are beginning to understand, okay, that's when it's time to bounce, because they're letting certain things slip, and they're also kind of seeing if you're willing to ignore the certain things and let those things slip so that they could go, okay, cool, I'm gonna just let it go all at once. And so what happens is the Three of Cups and the Four of Wands, right? You have a support system. There's a support system out there for you Pisces to have had, right? As far as yourself and a significant other. But the people, the goofballs that you've met recently, they were some acting hyenas. They were acting, right? They were acting. They were doing a whole lot of acting. They should win an Academy Award for all that acting, trying to act like they're actually a decent person. So that's pretty much it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We're at 28,860 something. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button. Hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever it is that I drop my videos. If you Pisces want to come through and get a personal reading, the link to that is in the comment section below, called the Linktree link. And I'll post up my link for my video game as well. Go ahead, buy it. Leave some reviews, whatever you think about it. Appreciate it.